this crypto market, and of course in today's video I'm going to be going over a whole lot of cool stuff different from what I'm doing in my channel. So we're just going to go over blockchain development, how to do a very simple project, all right, within Ethereum environment. So before we go into that, I just want to make a recap, a quick overview of Ethereum, Solidity, and the environment. So basically, Solidity is a programming language made for blockchain, specifically for blockchain, which is based on Ethereum blockchain and Ethereum compatible blockchain. All right, so um, well, Solidity is kind of beginner friendly because of their ID, which is they have an online ID, which is Remix, which is where I am currently. So Remix is like it's just like a beginner friendly environment or ID for you to start coding. If you have just want to go over some little code, you can start coding with Remix. Okay, so I'm just you can also download it. You can also download the application on your desktop and you can start coding locally. All right, so basically, if you want to like get started in any programming language, like be it C++, Python, JavaScript, you're going to learn a very basic thing, a very simple thing, just for you to know how it works. So that's what we want to do here. Just like how to say hello world in Solidity, and how to just print it out. So we're going to go over that in a bit. So I'm going to go to my remix, which is remix.ethereum.org, and I'm going to come here. I'm going to like say, okay, fine. So before we go, you might be like, what are all these jargons? What's all this? This is an ID. An ID is just a development environment for developer, which is remix. So okay, this guy, we have like you can see we have like four different components. We have like this is like my default workspace. This is like my workspace. I can give myself another workspace, so this is like my workspace. This is like a place for me to search for my files. This is like a place for me to compile, and this is like a place for me to deploy. This is like a place for me to debug my transaction. Yeah. So I'm just going to come here and create a new file. So this is for you to create a folder, and this is for you to create a file. So you create a file within a folder. So if you have like a whole lot of files coming out there, you can just patch it up together and just put it in a single folder for you to use easily, other than all this blah 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 blah. So I made a video about this. I don't know, just not working, so I have to do it again. So yeah, so this is a new environment. I just like want to go over it, new environment. So if you're like creating new remix for yourself, this is like how it's going to be displayed for you. So I'm going to like go to my contracts folder. I'm going to like name it, which is like say hello world. Now that doesn't look nice. Hello world, you can do it like it doesn't matter. So say hello world, all right. So if you're on this, as I say, this is an ID. We have other IDs like general IDs like VS Code, like Jupyter, like Sublime. All right. So if you're coming from a Web2 environment, you know what an ID is and an extension of code. So if you want to like build on like for example VS Code, you have to specify the programming language you're working with. For example, if you're working with Python, you have to say me.py. If you're working with JavaScript, you have to say me.js and all of that. So if you are like on Solidity, you're going to say me.so, which is say hello world.so. But the fact that we are on the mix, it's like based on Solidity. Every code to be written here will be based on Solidity. So we are cool, all right. So you are going to specify the extension you're working with to say .so. But if I hit enter here, it's using to generate .so for me automatically. So that's good because it has to do it automatically. If I don't specify a no enough, it's .so is just going to give me like a note. It's not going to give me the development environment. So how you get started is that you're going to specify the version of Solidity you are using, which I'm going to go over in a bit. I'm going to say Pragma Solidity. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going to say Pragma Solidity. And you have to understand one thing like called global variable, global words in Solidity. So these guys are like global stuff you have to declare. So I'm going to use this upper key and say 0.8.3 and close it. So what I just did is just like declaring the version I'm using for remix. All right, so I'm using a version, any version greater than 0.8.3, and it's going to stop at like 0.8.9. So it's not going to exceed 0.8. All right, so it's just if I specify 0.8.0, all right. So if I put this upper key, it can take me to like you can use a compiler of 0.0.8.7. So I'm just like saying, telling Solidity that if this doesn't work, use higher version. All right. So next time I'm going to do, I'm going to declare my contract, and I say contract, say yeah, say hello world, and I'm going to like open a curly braces for it, and yeah, that's it. So all my function, all my codes are going to be written inside this contract, which makes it a smart contract. All right. So I'm going to give it a function. I'm going to say function. Make sure while you're working in Solidity, make sure your function name is not the same as your contract name. So you're going to run into an error from there. So I'm going to like say hello world, and I'm going to give it a function. The function, the bracket there is telling me that this is a function, even though I'll declare the function. So I'm going to declare a visibility for it, make it visible. So I'm going to say public pure, and it's going to like return a string. All right. So if you're from a Solidity, I mean a website environment, you should know what string means. All right. So string means like a word. All right. Word like crypto market. Crypto, it's a string. Word, I mean market can be a string. In fact, hello word I want to print out is a string itself. So but Solidity, if I just write string is not correct with the latest version, I need to specify memory for it. I need to give it a memory, store it somewhere. I'm going to say memory, string memory, and it's going to take that error away. Sorry, I need to say returns this guy, and put a curly bracket, and I'm going to say return oh sorry, return. So if I want to return a string, I need to make sure I declare a quote. I mean I use it in a quote stuff, I mean in a quote. So I'm going to say hello world, hello, hey Jesus Christ, hello world. All right. That's good. So that's how I'm going to declare my function, and this is my hello world contract. I'm just going to deploy it, and that's it. So I'm going to go to my compiler here. As you can see, I'm using 0.8.7 compiler because I told Solidity to use any version greater than this. This is more compatible with that guy. So I set it to be to compile, so that when I'm just writing my code, it's going to be compiling this for me automatically. So I want to deploy this. So you must see a lot of stuff here, like a lot of stuffs here, like remix VM, which means virtual machine. So you're just like working on your local environment. All right, so you're just like working on local environment. You're like remix injected provider, which is like Web3, MetaMask. All that, you see, all that truffle is what you are going to be using, or Ginache is what you're going to be using when you're doing like advanced release contracts. But for now, you're going to go to our locals, which is like JavaScript based local stuff, which is Remix VM London. And this is like my account I'm using to interact with my smart contracts. A whole lot of accounts fund with eaters. Like, of course, it's not original, it's just like a testing of fake eaters. So way is like, we have Satoshi, we have BTC, we have like a smaller unit of BTC, which is Satoshi, like a smaller unit of Ethereum. We have Ether, we have Goe, we have Way. So we use Way. You can go to the conversion. You can just start for it and go to the conversion. So I'm not going to be going to the nitty-gritty of Solidity or programming languages or all of that. There are a lot of cool resources out there. Shout out to FreeCodeCamp, DAP University, Hit the Blog. They're like, I learned from those guys on their YouTube channel. So you can just go to their YouTube channel and learn a lot. So I'm just going to like come here and say deploy, and yeah, I'm going to deploy my contract. So as you can see, if I say hello world, if I click on this function, I mean this button, is going to still bring out what I wrote in, which is hello world. Alright, so there's another way you can write this. In fact, I'm going to give you the other way now. There's another way I can write it. The other way is just say, what if I want to like write in something inside my function and say it should bring me the function back. I mean, my name, for example, if I say hello crypto markets, and there's this, if you're interacting with some devs, you're going to like an input and put in something and it's going to return. So that's what you're going to do. Then I'm going to come here and say, I'm going to see the difference in a bit. So function, say hello, say hello. Let's just put like say hello. We are going to pass in an argument here. An argument means you are like passing in something inside your function. Want your function to run whenever, only when something is being passed in. All right. So I'm going to, what do I want to impute in my function? I want to impute hello word, which is like a word. And what is a word? A word is like a string. So I'm going to like say string memory, and yeah, that's it. I'm going to give it a name like what you're going to see. I'm going to say hello. I don't know why I'm putting W there. So I'm going to like give it a visibility. I'm going to say public, and I'm going to say public. If I say view, it should return an error or a warning sign. So I'm going to go over what public and view means in a bit. So returns, of course, if you guess, it's going to return string. Yes, just to return string memory, and I'm going to open my bracket again and say return. Of course, I'm not going to return hello word here. I'm going to return hello, and I'm going to return hello, and that should run. So the reason I'm having this error here is because view, I shouldn't use view here. I should use like pure. All right, so we should cancel that error there. So we have different kind of visibility in Solidity. We have public, we have private, we have internal, we have external, and we have view, we have pure. So what pure does, the reason I'm using pure basically is because I'm not like changing anything on the blockchain. Like I'm not changing state. Nothing is changing on the blockchain. I'm just like calling the function. So I'm going to cancel this guy, and I'm going to hit deploy, and I'm going to go to this guy and say hello world. Of course, it's going to give me hello world. Come on. Yeah, it's going to give me hello world. And if I go to say hello world here and I say hello, hello world, and why am I using W? Hello world. If I say hello world, it's going to like give me hello world. Yeah, all right. It's going to give me hello world. But like, actually, I can put in anything in here, and it's going to give me anything I put in. So if I say, put in, this is my, oh Jesus Christ, I say this is my first project. Oh Jesus Christ, my first Solidity project. For Solidity. Oh my god, how am I typing like this? So this is my first Solidity project. It's just going to say hello. If I click on the button, and it's going to generate what I put in there. So it's going to say this is my first Solidity project. All right. So that's it. That's it for this video. You can see you can write hello world in two ways. You can write a function in two ways, and it's going to generate it for you. So there's another way to write it, which is like using a constructor function, but I'm not going to go into that. This is just like a basic guide. So if you want me to go into more cool stuff in Solidity, you can just let me know in the comment section below. So as you can see, this I need to declare. The reason I'm having this error is because whenever you're like working with Solidity, you need to declare the license you are using, and we have different kind of license. We have MIT, we have SPDS. So for this case, we are using SPDS. All right, so I need to declare SPDS, and the way I declare SPDS is like can I remember? We're going to like, let me go over that one again. Sure, I'm just going to like copy this guy. License game. Okay. So I'm just going to like come here and open this guy, Baba, and SPDS license and Inspire, and issue. This is not correct enough though. Yeah, I need to like give it a license. Honestly, Oh, sorry. But this is how basically you just like give it a license in your contract. All right. So that's it for this video. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel, and if you want more videos, let me know in the comment section below.